What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the theme park, dude. Today I have a very exciting video for you guys. Right behind me is Universal's Great Movie Escape. It has not opened officially yet, but today I will be experiencing this attraction. One of the escape rooms I will be experiencing. I don't know which one yet. They're gonna assign it to me, but today is one of the first days of team member previews here at Universal's Great Movie Escape, and I've been invited to experience it myself. So I don't know how much of it I can record, if at all, but either way, I will have a review for you guys of one of the escape rooms, either Back to the Future or Jurassic World. Don't know which one I'm doing yet, but I'll definitely have a review for you guys, so stick around.
On the night that you posted.
Is there a time for it? Yeah.
I would say.
Alright, guys, so I just finished experiencing Universal's Great Movie Escape for the first time. I was one of the first ever groups to go into the Back to the Future escape room. At the time of this recording, it is December 1st, 2022. Clearly, this video was not uploaded that day because I had to sign an NDA disclosure. I was not allowed to reveal any information about the escape rooms whatsoever. So to protect myself and my job, I'm recording this right after doing it, but I did not post this video at all or talk about it at all anywhere until today when it's officially open. I should have this video uploaded on December 9th, which is the official opening day for Universal's Great Movie Escape. So, you know, for NDA reasons, I could not post this video on December 1st for you guys. And I'm also in my car, so there's no one around me to hear what I have to say about it. So let's talk about the Back to the Future room. Don't worry, I'm not gonna have spoilers at first. That will be later in the video. But right off the bat, I just want to say that it was a lot of fun. Just to get it out there, I never did an escape room before, so this was my first ever escape room. I dressed correctly for it. Luckily, they let me do the Back to the Future room. It was a lot of fun. The puzzles in the Back to the Future room were quite challenging, but they were fun. They weren't too challenging where it was impossible to figure out, but it was challenging enough to, you know, entice you to go around, look for clues, and do some trial and error. Definitely in the second room, I believe there's 8 rooms total between both Back to the Future and Jurassic World. And in the second room, that's where we had the most trial and error. And then I believe in either the third or the fourth room is also a lot of trial and error that we had to do to solve the puzzle. But after a certain time, I don't know if the team members activate it or the room automatically activates it, but there would be a audio clue to kind of help you get more on the right track on finding out the puzzle to escape into the next room. So that was great. It took a good hefty amount of time too. I'm sure if you know how to solve all the puzzles and you just blast through room by room, then yes, the experience will be short. However, we going in there completely blind, and me just being my first ever escape room, we took our time to really figure out the puzzles. A lot of the puzzles do kind of repeat every other room, I would say. So, you know, when you experience a puzzle for the first time, it might be kind of difficult to figure it out at first, and then once you figure it out, you will have that same puzzle again in a different way in another upcoming room. to make it just a little easier to solve them. It was fun. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Once again, this is just for the Back to the Future escape room. I did not experience the Jurassic World escape room yet. I am doing a second preview before it opens, so if this video has a Jurassic World review coming up, then I'll share my thoughts on that. All right, guys, well, I'm back here. Today is December 6th, 2022, and I'm here for my second team member preview for the Universal's Great Movie Escape. And I'm hoping that I get the Jurassic World room. I got Back to the Future again. Not mad about it. It's a really fun room still. Even doing it a second time, it's still a lot of fun. Like, I wasn't disappointed. I was disappointed I didn't get to do Jurassic World, but I wasn't disappointed because, like, I'm still grateful that I had the chance to experience this escape room before it opens. Plus, I love Back to the Future so much, and doing it a second time, even if the puzzles were still the same, it was great. And I did do a couple more than I did the first time because I had a smaller group this time. So I did more of the puzzles, and I got some new puzzles that I didn't have last time. Still, it's a great time. I'm so excited to be able to experience the Jurassic World one once the Great Movie Escape is officially open, which, if you are watching this video, is today. So if you're in the Orlando area and you've got the money for it, do it. Book your tickets now. It's great. It's a great time. It was a lot of fun. Like, I think it's definitely worth the price. And so that would be it for my spoiler-free review. Now, to go into some spoilers for the Back to the Future room. If you guys want to know what each room is like themed after from Back to the Future, I'm gonna let you know right now. Fans of Back to the Future the ride, you're gonna be in love. This is almost like a direct sequel to the ride. It has Doc's Institute of Future Technology as a heavy presence in this room, in this escape room. It's pretty much the entire premise of the room. And Biff is taking over, is broken into the Institute again, just like he did in the ride.
Biff! Love to stay and chat, Doc. I just ain't got the time. What am I saying? I got all the time I want! Unlock these gates, Talon! Hasta la bye-bye!
And he's gonna try to mess up the space-time continuum, just like he did in the ride. But when they reference that, they say Biff is back. So this is pretty much a sequel to the Back to the Future, the ride, which I think is pretty cool. Christopher Lloyd does make a voice appearance, not actual physical appearance. You won't actually see Doc Brown himself, played by Christopher Lloyd, in here, but you will hear his voice, and that is his voice throughout the thing. There is a new character called Nico who guides you through each room, and she's fun and lovable as well. So great characters that guide you along. It's just Nico and Doc Brown. There's no Marty McFly, none of that. There is no DeLorean or even a reference to the DeLorean at all in this room. And I think for legal reasons, they're not allowed to have the DeLorean. I don't know the exact details on that, but that's just what I was told. But it's pretty cool. Each room that you go into, you're basically traveling through time. So each room is a different time period. So the first room is the Institute of Future Technologies, kind of like museum.
The cerebrum and the cerebellum mind waves are transmitted at an orb-only rate into the interpretation circuitry here, thus translating these word impulses into written form.
Type. And then the second room is the Back to the Future Part 3, like Old West. I think you're in 1892. And then the third room, you're in 2015, but the future 2015, so you'll be in Cafe 80s. That's a great room to go. I can't remember exactly what was next, but I believe it's the Enchantment Under the Sea dance room. yeah, it is. And then after that, you'll go into like an alternate future, the one that's from, I believe, Back to the Future Part 2, where Biff has taken control, and you'll be in his version of the future, and then you're like in his tower, in a room in his tower that has like a display for all of his like achievements. And then after that, you'll go into the clock tower itself, like behind the clock, in the inner mechanisms of the clock tower. And it's really, really amazing in there because they put you right in the moment where Doc is trying to connect the cables in the movies to send Marty back to the future. And you're watching Doc do that, but from the perspective of behind the clock itself. So you're in the clock tower, and then you are there when the lightning strikes the tower. So I thought that was really amazing. A lot of Back to the Future hardcore fans, you are going to love this. Really great stuff. Like, honestly, it's so good. And I believe that is the last room. You go back into the room you started with, the Institute room, as you exit the room. So it's like that's the closing room, I guess, saying congratulations, you did it, you saved the space-time continuum. Also, throughout the adventure, in the first room, you had to solve a series of puzzles to unlock this device that has the flux capacitor on it. And this device you have to carry with you through each room to activate kind of the room and solve the puzzles in there. It was really great. Like I said, I can't speak for the Jurassic World room yet. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Really, I recommend doing this escape room. It was really great. If you're a hardcore Back to the Future fan, you have to do this at least just one time. Just go ahead and pay for the ticket. Do it. You are not going to regret it. And if you're a hardcore fan of Back to the Future, the ride, please go ahead and experience this. You won't be able to find any footage of this online. You shouldn't be able to find any footage online because there are no pictures or video recording allowed in the escape rooms at all. I definitely recommend it. It's great. I went ahead and got some merchandise because they were selling merchandise to those attending the preview today. So I got this shirt right here, which I'm told is going to be very exclusive because they're changing the logo to, instead of DeLorean, it will be the clock tower instead. So when I was told that, I was like, okay, yeah, I have to get the shirt. And there was a bunch of other merchandise as well. I also got this keychain. It is a key with the logo, the current logo at the time of this recording on it. The key, and they also had like magnets. There's like this little tube that has like puzzle pieces of the logo. And they have a really cool hoodie with like a maze design on the sleeve that you can actually follow. It's like a real maze on the sleeve. And then just some generic like Jurassic World and Back to the Future type merchandise. And you got your mugs and all that stuff. That's as far as merchandise goes. And there is 2 bars inside the lobby area. There's one upstairs and downstairs. Downstairs is where you enter the Back to the Future escape room. Upstairs is where you enter the Jurassic World escape room.
Exactly.
So did you guys check to see if there was any other openings?
And there are 2 lobbies, like just one big lobby with 2 areas, downstairs and upstairs. Downstairs is where you'll have like the gift shops and the restroom, and there is a bar there as well.
I thought you were right left there. It's 8:35. Oh, 27 then. It's gotta be 27.
And then upstairs is the Jurassic World room with a bar and seating areas as well, and an outdoor seating area on the balcony. Yeah, Universal's great movie Escape is an amazing addition to CityWalk. I definitely recommend you guys doing it. If you are a Jurassic World fan, if you are a Back to the Future fan, if you're just a Universal fan, if you're an escape room fan, it's great. It's a great addition to Universal. and everyone should do it. Like, please give this place a lot of love. So maybe one day they'll add some more rooms, because they do have space. They do have space for more expansion. So please go ahead and give this place a lot of love. Please go ahead, do both escape rooms. You will not regret it. It's a great time. I loved it. Can't wait to go back again and do it over and over again, because the rooms do change depending on party size and just scenarios. They do change up the puzzles. So even though you've done it once, if you do the same room again, it might be different. So that's it. That's my review for the Back to the Future room for the great movie Escape. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, like, it helps me out, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you, guys. Oh, by the way, I got a pin now.